I'm going to show you why jugs have a handle. Are you ready for this? Because you take your finger and you put it in the jug and you hold it like a kettlebell and you drink out of it. That, my friend, is why jugs have a handle. Because you carry the jug like this, right? You can carry the jug like that. The jugs have a handle to facilitate the drink, in case you didn't know. Hello, Bogart Man here. Why would somebody need a piece of pottery? See, pottery didn't always have faces on it, okay? The pottery has a face on it because the glass factory was born. So pottery started to fall by the wayside in the year 1900. And people who produced utilitarian pottery then had to start selling pottery not for use, not for utilitarian use, but for decoration. And that, my friend, is why the jug, the crock, any piece of pottery is still around because of those early days of utilitarian use. America was built on pottery, believe it or not. Again, I have to stress, I think one reason we're doing this podcast is to build tomorrow's collector, right? Because I'm sorry, I know you're fucking 80 and you have 1,000 of these, but you're going to be dead soon. And we need other people to collect this or this is going to be dead, right? Am I right? Okay, so I'm talking to the 20-year-old, the 25-year-old, the 30-year-old that just bought a house. And you're going to Target and you're buying a vase for $46 plus tax. And you're going to put that vase in your house. And in 3 years, you're going to throw the vase away because it's not worth shit. So why don't you go to the Hickory Pottery Festival, pay $46? You don't have to buy a face jug. They make plenty of pieces of pottery, and it has an artistic value to it. It was made by a soul. I'm getting on a tangent. Here's what we got to understand. I'm talking to the 25-year-old that knows nothing about nothing, but they want to get into something. You ready for this? When the Mayflower, this is very important. Do not fucking delete this. When the Mayflower, or whoever came over, when the first pilgrims came over to Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts, right? They established their village. What did they need to survive?
Water.
Okay, there was water. Nobody made water. What else did they need? Did they need furniture? So a cabinet maker was there. Did they need metal? So a metal worker was there. Where were they going to store their food and liquid? In what?
A chest, a jug.
Pottery. So you had a potter. So in, what year did we do all this? In 1680? 1680-ish? 1492. Listen, I am...
Sailed the ocean blue.
Listen,
right?
I am not... I do have a history degree, okay? But I also have an exercise science degree, so it trumps the history. I know more about building my biceps than I do 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Okay, so my whole point is, when the first settlers came to America, there was a furniture maker called a cabinet maker, there was a blacksmith, and there was a potter. So the very first pottery, was it found in North Carolina?
No.
Or was it found in Plymouth, Massachusetts?
Plymouth, Massachusetts.
100%. Now, when did North Carolina pottery start to be made? This is like an educational podcast now. Well, you have to trace the settlers. When did they migrate from Plymouth to Pennsylvania, to Berks County, Pennsylvania, to the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia? Then where did they come in North Carolina? Where?
Oh, Roanoke.
Yeah, but that's a lost colony, so no pottery from Roanoke. What do we call it now? Old
Salem.
Old Salem! Ring-a-ling, motherfucker! So they settled in Bethabara. So where is the earliest North Carolina pottery going to be made? We're talking 1780, 1790, 1800. Old Salem. And then they broke off from Old Salem to Ring-a-ling, Alamance County, which is actually where we're at. So every sector of the United States has their early furniture, early pottery, early metalware, whether it's copper or hand-forged iron. And so that is where the collectability of pottery comes from. If you're really trying to be a historical pottery collector and you live in Alamance County, then you're going to go after the Solomon Loys. You're going to go after the Albrights of Alamance County. And it's going to be super early, like 1790, 1810 to 1820. If you lived in Berks County, Pennsylvania, then your pottery is going to start even earlier than that. And it's going to look German. Because guess what? 3 weeks ago, they lived in Germany! And the motherfuckers are living in Berks County, Pennsylvania now, and they're making the same shit they made in Germany. So it's going to look German. Does that make sense? Is that starting to ring-a-ling? So, yes, it looks German, but it was actually made in Pennsylvania. And it has a German influence. I think that's good. You just have to cut that.
Yeah, let's cut there.